In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto.
Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boy BlockchainCrusader here, guys, and another episode of Fun Fact Friday. If you guys are ready, there's been a lot of things going on that I've been trying to cover lately about Bitcoin possibly bottoming out. Are we at the bottom? Is the bear market coming to an end? So once again, I'm going to be bringing you some other news about Bitcoin. Bear market kind of maybe ending in the next 2 to 3 months. So this is some crazy information coming out here. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes. Make sure you guys are sharing out the live. And if you guys are not joining Danger Close Alpha's Discord just yet, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. The faction wars are firing up. The next round of the faction wars is going to be crazy. We've already got everything planned out. We've been planning this out for a long time. We are super excited, right? Right now, the faction are literally grinding out to get some massive points, to get a big discount coming in on the next, commodities drop that's coming out here pretty soon. But once these commodities come out, round 2 of the faction wars begin. And round 2 is going to get crazy. Right now, the factions are competing, but it's a friendly competition. Things are going to get spicy. Things are going to get heated. Some people might not be friends after this anymore. But get ready, guys. Just get ready. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Get ready for round 2. Make sure you're joining into the Rumbles. Make sure you're grinding out some points for your faction. Don't miss out. The Rumbles are an easy and quick way to get some good points. So the drunken merchants, Puddles, what is going on, man? The drunken merchants have been killing it in the faction war. They have been killing it. I mean, it is what it is, guys. So tonight, Bitcoin, bottom. Once again, another indicator, another piece of information talking about the bottom of Bitcoin here. But before we get into that, let's do a quick market Overwatch. And guys, smash those likes. Smash those likes, guys. Let's share. Let me share my screen here and let's get this started, right? So here we are. Bitcoin, crypto market. Are we up? We down? We're down. But earlier today, we were actually having a little mini pump. Bitcoin went all the way up to about 19.4, 19.5 before coming back down. Ethereum was above 1,300, well above 1,300. We did have a decent little pump today, earlier in the day, but those gains have now been erased. The CPI numbers came out yesterday, and what did we see? Instant drop, a bit of a bounce, and then today we had another bounce, but those gains are gone. Like I said, they're gone, guys. So once again, sideways. Nothing new here. Excuse me. Nothing new here. Continuously going sideways. So what's going on? The macroeconomics look terrible, right? The stocks look terrible. Inflation is still at a 40-year high. Why are we going sideways? Some people are actually thinking that, it's actually it's good that Bitcoin is going sideways because everything is so sketchy. Everything is so bad. Yet Bitcoin is holding its value. It's not having a massive pump, but it's not dumping either. So it's actually holding up pretty well to the macroeconomics and the way things are with higher inflation, higher interest rates, and all the madness around the world, energy crisis, everything. So is Bitcoin proving it can be a mature asset and it can hold its own when times get tough, right? I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. Do you think Bitcoin is proving itself right now in this time of turmoil? Is it not? Before I get into the Bitcoin stuff, I have an article here about NFTs. And guys, it's not revolutionary, but it is. It's not, but it is. I mean, it's just the beginning. But literally, the Kelly Blue Book of NFTs is literally just being created right now. Now, you must be wondering, NFTs, Kelly's Blue Book. You might not even know what Kelly's Blue Book is. But let's get into it. I have an article here that once I read this to you guys are going to understand what I am saying. So, CoinShares wants to harness Twitter bots for good. You still must be wondering, what does that have to do with anything. Kelly's Blue Book. Why is this revolutionary? Here it is, guys. The asset manager announced the launch of a Twitter bot, the CoinShares NFT AI, or the handle, same thing, on Thursday. CoinShare wants the bot to help cut through the noise around NFTs, which can offer Twitter with hype, frauds, and scams. Twitter users can now tweet the bot with a link to the OpenSea link of the NFT and hashtag CoinShares. The bot then replies with a fair price within less than a minute. The bot actually only has about 50 collections that it's doing, mostly blue chip NFTs, right? But let's keep going here. The firm noted that the pricing of NFTs can be difficult as some attributes are easily quantifiable while others can be more abstract. Nevertheless, it is identified factors such as hype, rarity, the access it gives to exclusive communities, content, and products, as well as transaction volume and history. So, guys, cutting to this, right? Here it is. Here's an example. According to our experimental model, this NFT should be valued at $119,000. If you want to know more, read our research paper in our bio. So this NFT is literally giving you a fair value on your NFT. So what's happening? It's once again, I'm going to make it real clear for you guys. You go to the NFT market, right? OpenSea, you see Bored Apes for 100 ETH. You see some NFTs for 1,000 ETH, and you're like, how is that really worth that? And how can I, actually negotiate with this person? Now, they are introducing this tool, which is still experimental, but nonetheless, with this tool being introduced, what do you do when you go buy a car? You use Kelly's Blue Book to get a reference of what that car specs, year, miles, whatever. What is that car actually worth? So if you're getting a good deal, are you getting a good deal? Is it a fair deal? Or is this guy completely lowballing you on an offer? Or is this guy completely over asking for the asset when it's really not worth that much, right? And you know how to negotiate down. This is huge. This happens every single day in the car sales industry, and I'm sure in other industries as well. They always have a reference guide to go against what is something actually worth. This will help broker tons of NFT deals. Tons. It'll make it so much easier to know, hey, you might be asking for 100 ETH for this NFT right now, but it's actually more like 50 ETH. This is a more fair value, and that is what I'm going to offer you. I might offer you a little bit above fair value, and we can come up with a good deal, which you win and I win. So therefore, NFT sales will be more streamlined. I think it's a great idea. I want to hear it from you guys in the chat right now. If this is a good idea, do you see this actually making more NFT sales occur? And overall, I think it's great. I think this is amazing. I think the NFT space needs something like this 100%. I don't know. I want to hear from you guys down in the chat and down below. Let me know what you guys think about this Twitter bot. So now we're going to start getting into the Bitcoin stuff, right? You've heard me talk about Bitcoin in some other videos I've made, right? Here on this channel, on my own channel, you've heard me say the indicators that Bitcoin has been pushing out that are flashing. This could be a bottom. This could be a bottom. We could see a pump here. We've seen the rainbow chart, right? We're at the fire sale level right now. You've seen the hash ribbons. You've seen the what would you call it? The hash rate. The hash rate being at all-time high. You're seeing the outflow of Bitcoin from exchanges, the level of accumulation of whales. I mean, there's just all kinds of indicators are showing Bitcoin could definitely be primed for a run. Could it be short-lived? Could it be for a few weeks and then it comes back down? Very possible, right? We've talked about this on Around the Charts on T8 Thursdays. We could go all the way to 30,000 and then come back down to 18, maybe even 15. We don't know. But nonetheless, that move from right now of 19 something to 30,000, right? That's a 10K move for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does that, the level of movement for the altcoins is going to be double, triple the amount, right, of Bitcoin. Therefore, if you're hedging your bets and we do have a run, is this the time to be dollar cost averaging into altcoins? not financial advice. I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm not here to tell you buy Bitcoin. I'm not here to tell you buy altcoins right now. I'm just here to show you what I'm seeing, what other people are seeing, so you can make your own decision. That being said, I've already talked about some indicators. You can reference the other videos. We are seeing, or I should say, someone here is seeing that the bear market could be over in the next 2 to 3 months. That sounds insane, but I've mentioned it before. We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the top of the market. Last year in October, November was the top. We're literally reaching 365 days. The bear market isn't too much longer after that. This could be another reason why we could be kind of bottoming out. Not saying that we're going to have a massive pump. Not saying that we're going to all-time highs. I'm just saying this could be where you start to see that curve, right? We can still keep going sideways or flat for quite a bit of time. We could even drop lower. But you got to hedge your bets. You got to get in at the market at some point. You got a dollar cost average at some point. And like I said, I'm not telling you to go dollar cost average. I'm not telling you to get in right now. I'm just telling you to strategize. I'm just telling you, look at all the facts that are happening. Guys, smash the likes. If you haven't smashed them, I don't know what else to tell you. Join Danger Close Alpha. Join the faction wars. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get wild. Somebody or some people are going to win massive amounts of ETH. We gave away half an ETH a few weeks ago. We're going to be giving a lot more. Somebody said, hey, can't wait to see when DCA, Danger Close Alpha, gives away a whole ETH. Well, the rumor is it's going to be a lot more than just one. It's going to be a lot more than just one. So if you were waiting for it, you got it. We're going to be giving away more than one ETH, but you're going to have to win it. You're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to grind for it. You're going to have to fight for it. But if you want to join that, make sure you join Danger Close Alpha. Make sure you get in the Discord. Make sure you join the faction wars. Now, let's get into what we've been waiting for. Bitcoin, bear market. Will it be over 2 to 3 months from now? Let's get into it. Here we go, guys. Give me a second here to share my screen. Continue to smash the likes. Drop your comments in the chat, guys. What do you guys think? Are we going to be bottoming out? Yes or no? But let's get into this first. So, bear market. Bitcoin bear market will last 2 to 3 months max. Interview with Bitcoin analyst Philip Swift. I'm not trusting this guy because this guy's last name is Swift, and we obviously know who runs the Swift system. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe this guy's an insider trying to set us up. It could just be me. Could just be me. I don't know. So let's get into it. Bitcoin may see more pain in the near future, but the bulk of the bear market is already likely behind it. I've been telling you guys we're a lot closer to the bottom than we are to the top, right? So got a dollar cost average at some point, okay? Not financial advice, guys. Not financial advice. So let's continue here. That is one of the many conclusions from Philip Swift, the popular on-chain analyst whose data resource Look Into Bitcoin tracks many of the best known Bitcoin market indicators. Swift, who together with analyst Philip, I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, is also a co-founder of the trading suite Decentratrader, believes that despite the current price pressure, there is not long to go until Bitcoin exits its latest macro trend, aka the downward regression trend that we've been in since last year in October, November. In a fresh interview with Cointelegraph, let's get into it. Because how long would the average holder need to wait until the tide turns and Bitcoin comes storming back from 2-year lows? Cointelegraph is asking, you pointed at some on-chain metrics such as HODL waves and the R-HODL ratio are hinting at a Bitcoin bottom. Can you expand on this? Are you confident that history will repeat this cycle? I mean, the cycles haven't been broken, so until the trend is your friend until the end. Everybody claimed that the 4-year cycle was over. We all thought it, but apparently it hasn't happened, right? So if it hasn't happened, we need to continue with historical data. So Philip Swift responds by saying, I believe we are now at the point of max opportunity for Bitcoin. There are numerous key metrics on Look Into Bitcoin that indicate we are at major cycle lows. Guys, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm liking what I'm hearing. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the chat if you guys are liking what you're hearing, but I'm liking it. Let's keep going. Let's not get our hopes too high, but let's keep going. We are seeing the percentage of long-term hodlers peak 1 year hodl wave, which typically happens in the depth of the bear market, as these long-term hodlers don't want to take profit until price moves higher. This has the effect of restricting of supply in the market. We've talked about this. We've talked about this in previous episodes. The outflow of level of holders, it is increasing. It is going to continue, and at this rate, it's only a matter of time. All right, but let's continue. Which can cause price to increase when demand does eventually kick back in. Supply and demand, baby, 101. Bitcoin makes it real simple. Lower supply, people buy it up, they hold it, demand continues the same or grows, price goes up. That is why Bitcoin is deflationary. That's why Bitcoin is, solid money. Yes, is it volatile? Of course. But the volatility is just from the amount of overcorrection in one way versus the opposite way, right? We have extreme bubble territory, greed, FOMO. We're going to have extreme drops as well. But the fundamentals are there. But let's continue. Let's forget about the rants. Guys, I'm telling you, drop it in the chat. I want to see in the chat. What are you guys thinking so far? I'm not seeing any chat movement, and I'm not liking it. Drop it in the chat. All right, hodl waves. A lot of waves going on here. Most of us probably don't know what this means, but it's all color coordinated, so we can see how long these people have been holding the Bitcoin for. But let's keep going here. We are also seeing metrics like the R-HODL ratio dip into their accumulation zones, which shows the extent of which euphoria has now been drained, right? We are so overcorrected to the downside. There is no euphoria. Everybody thinks Bitcoin is dead. The crypto markets are never going to come back. Those are the times that you need to be getting into the markets. Obviously, not financial advice, but let's think 2 versus 2. You don't want to be getting in at the top. You don't want to be getting in when there's massive FOMO and greed and everybody thinks we're going to go to $1 million. You want to get in when there's blood in the streets. You want to get in when nobody wants to touch it. You want to get in when it's the worst, most boring time. That's when you want to get in. That's how you buy bottoms. That is how you get in at a perfect position and you can make life-changing money. I'm not saying you're going to make life-changing money with Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't have 19,000 to drop on one coin, and one coin might not make you life-changing money. But that's not neither here nor there. Where Bitcoin is, it will drag altcoins, and we will see massive gains in the altcoins. Let's continue. This removal of positive sentiment is necessary for a bottom range to form for Bitcoin. Exactly. The ratio is highlighting that the cost basis of recent Bitcoin purchases is significantly lower than prices paid 1 to 2 years ago, when the market was clearly euphoric and expecting 100K for Bitcoin. So it is able to tell us when the market has reset in preparation for the next cycle to start. Here it is, guys. This is the ratio, right? This is bubble territory. We were reaching it. We came back down. We're in this green territory. This green territory has been the bottoms, right? The bottom of 2015, 2016, the bottom of 2019. We're in it here again. Can we go a little bit lower? Possible. Can we go all the way down here? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to hit $100. I don't think so. But nonetheless, being in this green zone shows us that we are closer to the bottom. Let's continue. Cointelegraph once again asks, how is the bear market different from previous Bitcoin cycles? Is there any silver lining? And this is what Swift replies. And I'm not talking about the money. I'm not talking about the money, Swift. I'm talking about this man here. I was around for the 2018, 2019 bear market. Excuse me, guys. It actually feels pretty similar. I would agree with that. It actually does. All the tourists have left, and you have just the committed, passionate crypto people remaining in the space. These people will benefit the most. It's almost like they watch the show and they're saying exactly what we've been saying on here. I don't know what to tell you, but I think they're watching the show, guys. I think these people are watching Debate Crypto. As long as they don't go crazy with trading with leverage, that is a huge hiccup in the space, right? leverage trading. People always over leverage one way or the other, and then they get wrecked, right? That's what institution comes in and they wreck you every single time. And when they push the market one way or the other. But in terms of silver linings, I have a couple according to him. First, we are actually a fair way through the market cycle, and likely through the majority of the bear market, which is true. The chart below shows Bitcoin's performance each cycle since the halving, and we are already around the capitulation points of the previous two cycles. So here we are, guys. This is the cycle. This red one is 2013. You saw how far we get in, and bam, that was the entire cycle, right? This blue one, it was 2017. We went all the way up, we came all the way down, and then we moved back in again onto the next, cycle. Here we are. Once again, this was 2021, this green one. We moved up, we came down, we moved up again, and then we've been trickling off going into these lower levels, right? These are the lower levels right here. And this is kind of where we are. Do we have a little bit more time, right? 2 or 3 months of more being sideways, rounding around before we start moving up? Very, very possible. So the second macro context is very different now. While it has been painful for bulls to see Bitcoin and crypto so heavily correlated to struggling traditional markets, I believe we are soon going to see a bid on Bitcoin as confidence in major governments crosses downward beyond a point of no return. Dude, I mean, they watch the show. We've told you guys this inflation problem, this money printing problem, the confidence in governments, going to go to a point of no return. They cannot keep this up going forever. We are in a recession. We are eventually going to hit some level of complete capitulation in the traditional markets. We're going to have a major dump, and people say they won't run to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has been behaving pretty well, in my opinion, with how bad the stock market has been doing and how bad the entire macroeconomics around the entire world is doing. And at some point, the correlation is going to break. It's going to decouple, and Bitcoin is going to take off because Bitcoin is real money and fiat is fugazi, guys. Fugazi. But let's continue on here. I believe this lack of confidence in governments and their currencies will create a rush towards private hard assets, with Bitcoin being a major beneficiary of the trend in 2023. I'm glad this guy is saying it, because sometimes when I say it, people think I'm crazy. Sometimes it makes me think I'm crazy, but it's not just me. These so-called experts are also seeing it. Therefore, it's valid, right? Cointelegraph once again asks, what other key on-chain metrics would you recommend? Would you also recommend to keep an eye on to spot the bottom? And once again, he replies saying, be wary of Twitter personalities showing Bitcoin on-chain charts cut by exotic, weird variables. Such data very rarely adds genuine value, yada, yada. AKA, don't listen to the Twitter hype. Be very careful what you listen to here on social media. Always, right? Always. 2 metrics that are particularly useful in the current market conditions. MVRV score is an important and widely used metric for Bitcoin. It shows the extremes of the Bitcoin price moving above and below its realized price. Very important. I've covered this before as well. Realized price is the average cost basis of all Bitcoins purchased. So it can be thought of as an approximate break-even level for the market. Price only ever dips below that level in extreme bear market conditions. When it does, the indicator on this chart dips into the green accumulation zone. We are currently in that zone, which suggests that these are very good levels for strategic long-term, aka long-term. For the people in the back, I'll say it one more time. Long-term investors to accumulate more Bitcoin. And here we have the chart, right? I've covered this before in my other videos. We came here in 2015, bottom, blast off. We came here in 2019, blast off. We came in 2020, blast off. We are here once again in 2022. It's only a matter of time before we blast off. So, like I said, not financial advice, but here is the data. Take this information, you crunch these numbers in your brain, do some calculations, do what makes sense for you, I'm just telling you what makes sense for me. So there's other indicators here. We can keep on going into this. Let me see the chat here. Yep, it says Michael says, Mr. B says, yep, here for generational wealth. That's what I'm talking about. Generational wealth is created as long-term holders. It's not created in short term, right? You're not going to try to get in quick and get out and make generational money. Those people just hit the lottery ticket. They're just gambling. They're not investing, guys. Ken says, louder for the people in the back, the government. 100% for the people in the back. Listen to what is going on here, guys. Listen to what is going on. So there's other indicators. The Powell multiple looks at miner revenues versus their historical norms. When the indicator dips into the green accumulation bands like it is now, it shows many miners are under significant stress. This often occurs at major cycle lows for Bitcoin. The indicator suggests we are close to a major cycle low for Bitcoin if we are not already bottomed. If we are not already bottomed one more time. And here it is. We dip into the green, blast off. Into the green, blast off. We are in the green. We moved. We came back into the green. It's only a matter of time before we blast off again. Just another indicator. So Cointelegraph once again says, your fellow analyst, Philip, and it's not Philip, but I'm going to just call him Philip, expects Bitcoin to reverse course in Q1 of 2023. Do you agree? This is a very interesting question, but the data is showing us right here that the levels that Bitcoin is at, it's in the accumulation zone. It's only a matter of time before we break out of these low cycle moments and we start blasting off again. What does that mean for the altcoins? Once Bitcoin starts moving, altcoins are going to start following. Not telling you to buy Bitcoin, not telling you to buy altcoins, telling you to pay attention. So the man once again says, yes, I do agree. I think traditional markets probably have a bit more downturn going into early 2023. At worst, I see crypto having a tough time until then. So probably another 2 to 3 months max. But I think the majority of fear will soon switch towards government and their currencies, rightly so. Therefore, I do expect private assets like Bitcoin to outperform in 2023 and surprise many of the doomers who are saying Bitcoin has failed and is going to zero. How can we not expect Bitcoin to rise when we keep seeing what the governments around the world are doing, what the central banks are doing to fiat currencies, the Fugazi money, the continuous debt slavery that it is creating? How can we continue to trust that system? How is smart money not going to evacuate that and go into something like a private hard asset like Bitcoin that is real money? Answer me that. Answer me that. How are they not going to do this? But they don't want you to think it. They don't want you to believe it. They want you to believe. They want you to believe this will not happen, that Bitcoin is dead, that crypto is dead, that Bitcoin is not a deflationary asset, that Bitcoin is not a hard money asset, that Bitcoin is not real money. That's what they want you to believe. Meanwhile, they are positioning themselves to be exactly in the position they need to be to accumulate as much Bitcoin and as much Ethereum as possible. We've seen BlackRock, we've seen Google, we've seen BNY Mellon, all getting into crypto, all getting into these two bad boys right behind me. Why? Why are they doing this if crypto is dead? Why are they doing this if Bitcoin is never going to come back up? Why are they doing this if Bitcoin and crypto assets are not real money? Why? Tell me, why? They're just going to scam everybody? It's easier to scam them with Fugazi money. Why would you go through the trouble of getting involved with this? Why? Rant over. Let's get back to the article. So he says, therefore, I do expect them to perform, yada, yada. I read that. Once again, Cointelegraph goes, October is a historically bad month for stocks. Not so much for Bitcoin. How long do you expect Bitcoin to be in the lockstep with risk on assets, and what will be the catalyst? The man answers, Bitcoin has been a useful forward-looking risk indicator for the markets throughout much of 2022. What will change in 2023 is that market participants will appreciate most of the risk in fact lies with governments, not with traditionally defined risk assets. As a result, I expect a narrative shift that will benefit Bitcoin in the next year. Yes, the actions of the UK government around their mini budget 2 weeks ago were a key turning point for that potential narrative shift. Markets showed they were prepared to show their disapproval of poor policy and incompetence. I expect that trend to accelerate not only for the UK, but other countries as well. Pay attention to what is happening around the world. Cointelegraph once again says, are you surprised at Ethereum's poor performance post-merge? Are you bullish on ETH long-term with its supply burning mechanisms? I've also covered this. This is massive for what Ethereum is going to be in the future. Ethereum can still make you life-changing money, 100%, right? I think Bitcoin is digital gold. Ethereum is digital oil. Those are my thoughts. Not giving financial advice. The man replies, ETH had a strong short-term narrative with the merge, like always, buy the rumor, sell the news, but it has within the context of a global bear market, so it's not surprising that its price performance has been lackluster. Ultimately, the overall market conditions dominated, which has to be expected. Of course, we're in the bear market. You think Ethereum is just going to go up and up forever and never going to come back down because the merge happened? No, it was buy the rumor, sell the news. And I told you guys over a year ago, the merge, the Ethereum 2.0 was going to arrive in the middle of the bear market, and it did. It's on tape. You guys can go check it out. Cointelegraph once again says, oh wait, I missed it. He goes, long term though, Ethereum is set up for exceptionally well. I'm so very bullish on Ethereum over the next couple of years. So am I. That's why they're back here, right? That's why they're back here. So what's the best jurisdiction for a Bitcoin and crypto trader today? He says low tax and crypto friendly. I personally think Singapore is great, but Singapore is going to start taxing people 28%. In the next couple of years. There's a good crypto scene there, yada, yada, yada. We don't need to go into this anymore. The proof is in the pudding, guys. The on-chain data is there. The fundamentals are there, right? Everything else is just speculation. The information is there. You do with this information what you want to do. I can't make you, and I'm not telling you to do anything. I just wanted to show you the data, point you in this direction. You can go read for it for yourself. You can go research these indicators for yourself and make your own decisions. But the bottom is going to come. If it's not today, and if it's not tomorrow, if it's not a month from now, if it's not 3 months from now, it's only a matter of time. And what should you be doing during these times? I don't know what you should be doing. But what I've been doing and what I will continue doing, what I've done in the past is dollar cost average, right? Dollar cost average every time I can into the altcoins, building on my portfolio, because in the bear market is when you create life-changing money, because the life-changing money is not created in the bull market. You accumulate a mass portfolio during these times when nobody wants to buy, when prices are completely depleted, and then when the bull market kicks off, straight to the moon, baby. It's nothing but green days, and you'll be so deep in the green, right? When you buy at these low bottom levels, you'll be so deep in the green, like I was in 2017 and 2018, that even now, when everything has come down, I am still in the green from what I've bought in 2017 and 2018 and 2019. Still in the green, even at these levels. And again, I'm doing it again for the next cycle. And therefore, that's what I'm doing. I don't know what you should be doing. Don't know about any of you guys. But if you haven't smashed the likes, smash the likes. If you haven't joined Danger Close Alpha, join the Discord, get involved, join the faction war, fight for that ETH, because we're giving it away, baby. We're giving away multiple ETH here, but you got to fight for it. You got to earn it. Ain't nothing handed out here for free. So make sure you get in, get involved, and guys, question everything, trust nothing, and until next time, hodl like it's hot.